Biography of the Great Scholar. Abu Ali al-Hussein ibn Abdullahi ibn Sina, Avicenna. Let us begin by stating that among the great renowned scholars who have contributed to human civilization, there is one whose name has spread far and wide, from the east to the west. Abu Ali al-Hussein ibn Abdullahi ibn Sina, who is better known as Ibn Sina, or Avicenna in Latin. This great scholar, who lived during the Abbasid Caliphate, the era of the Islamic Golden Age, was born in the year 980 CE in the village of Afshana near Bukhara, which is now part of Uzbekistan. Early life and education. Ibn Sina's father, Abdullahi, who was an important official under the Samanid dynasty, recognized his son's intellectual brilliance from an early age. Ibn Sina received a good upbringing and initial education at home. By the time he was 10 years old, he had already memorized the Holy Quran completely and excelled in literature. However, his greatest passion lay in the fields of science and philosophy. He began studying mathematics, astronomy, logic, and jurisprudence. When he reached the age of 13, he started learning the field of medicine proper from renowned physicians of the time, including Ismail al-Zahid. It is even said that he read Aristotle's Metaphysics 40 times before he truly understood it. This demonstrates his immense diligence and perseverance in the pursuit of knowledge. In a remarkable turn of events, before he reached the age of 17, Ibn Sina became a complete and accomplished physician. News of his brilliance reached the emir of Bukhara, Nuh ibn Mansur, who requested him to examine and treat him when he fell gravely ill. After Ibn Sina successfully cured the emir, he was granted access to the royal court's library, which was a vast and unprecedented treasure trove of knowledge. This opportunity allowed him to deepen his learning, which became a major turning point in his life. His contribution to the world. Ibn Sina was a polymath, meaning someone skilled in many different fields, providing astounding contributions in areas such as medicine, physiology, philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, physics, chemistry, geology, earth science, and poetry, literature. 1. The field of medicine. His greatest contribution in the field of medicine is the book Al-Qanun fi at-Tib, which is the canon of medicine. This book is a monumental work that compiled medical knowledge from the time of Hippocrates and Galen up to the 11th century. What is the importance of Al-Qanun? It categorized medical knowledge into 5 sections. It presented a comprehensive explanation of anatomy, symptoms of diseases, and methods of treatment. It served as the primary teaching reference. In major European medical schools, like the universities of Montpellier and Leuven, for over 600 years, up until the 17th century. He gave a detailed explanation of contagious diseases and the fact that diseases can spread through water and soil. He provided a detailed description of meningitis, inflammation of the meninges of the brain, and ophthalmology, the study of the eye. The book Al-Qanun earned him the title, the father of early modern medicine. 2. Philosophy and science. In the field of philosophy, his major work is Kitab ash-Shifa, which is the Book of Healing. Although the title means healing, it is not only about medicine. Rather, it is a vast work encompassing 4 fields of knowledge. 1. Logic. 2. Physics. Natural science. 3. Mathematics. 4. Metaphysics, the study of existence, thought. In Kitab ash-Shifa, Ibn Sina attempted to reconcile the teachings of Aristotelian philosophy with the doctrines of Islam, which had a profound impact on Islamic and European philosophy in the Middle Ages. In addition to these, he also wrote books on physics. He wrote on motion, force, light, and heat. He introduced the idea that light travels at a finite speed, which was a departure from the Aristotelian philosophy of the time. Chemistry. He provided a realistic explanation that it is impossible to transform base metals into gold. Geology. He explained how rocks and mountains are formed. Political life and travel. Ibn Sina's life was not easy. It was full of turmoil due to the collapse of the Samanid dynasty and the political unrest in the region. He served as a chief advisor to rulers and held the high office of vizier as prime minister twice, yet he constantly traveled from city to city, from Jurjanshor to Dat-Rai, Tehran, and then to Hamadan and Isfahan, fleeing from wars and the envy of some rulers. Despite the frequent travels and political duties, he never ceased studying and writing. It is said that even when he was imprisoned, he continued writing his books. End of life and his legacy. Finally, Ibn Sina settled in the city of Isfahan under Emir Abu Ja'far alayhi ad-Dawla, where he found the tranquility to continue his work in medicine and his profound writings. However, despite his efforts, his health began to deteriorate due to a severe colic illness. While traveling with the emir to Hamadan, he became very ill and decided to stop treating himself, stating, "The controller of life in my body has weakened, so treatment will no longer be beneficial." Ibn Sina passed away on a Friday in June 1037 CE, at the age of 58, in the city of Hamadan, which is now in Iran. In summary, Ibn Sina's contribution is so profound that it influenced Western civilization, where great scholars such as Thomas Aquinas and René Descartes studied his works. He left behind a vast legacy of writings, estimated to be around 240 books, including 40 on medicine and 150 on philosophy. His life remains an example of a dedicated seeker of knowledge and research who brought light to the world during a time of intellectual darkness. He is Sheikh ar-Ra'iz, the chief master of philosophers, and he remains known as the greatest physician and our greatest philosopher that history has ever known.